gapping to the down of the down, flat down. Now you'll have gears, making this rail section even more valuable.
You notice anything strange about that clip?
To the down of the downs, making this rail section.
Those were two of the same direction spins, back to back, in a contest. Before we go any further, I want to say this video might not be for everyone. I'm not making this video to point fingers. I'm not making this video to make anyone think that they're doing anything wrong. Snowboarding is fun first and foremost. I'm going to go over a couple values, if you will. Some people might not find them too tasteful for their own boarding. That's okay. I'm more or less talking to the people who want to make something out of snowboarding. When I was younger, I was taught by my OGs certain things that I still hold close to my heart, which I think help make me who I am on a board. Kind of feel like it's my responsibility to bring this information to the younger generation so it doesn't get lost in translation and we still keep some of these values I do believe are important. If you're not a competitive snowboarder, if you're not trying to reach the highest level of what you think you can achieve, don't take this video to heart. Please watch it, but don't take it to heart. I'm not saying anyone is doing anything wrong. I'm not saying this is the right way. These are just topics that I believe are important. I gotta say it because I don't need anyone to think I'm talking shit or hating. Any footage in this video is simply an example. I kind of need a visual to show you guys, and these are the ones I have. So, not talking shit, just need to show. First order of business. Same direction spins in a line, back to back. I don't even know. I thought this was understood more. I didn't really notice it being a problem until this season. I'm just going to talk, and yeah, I'm just going to talk. On any given day, I can go on Instagram and I can watch snowboard edits, and that's really, really cool. It's insane to think that no longer do I have to own a device to put a CD into, to click play on a button, to watch snowboarding. It's simply, I just pick up my telephone and I can see snowboarding. It's cool. On the contrary, because we are all getting so much snowboarding fed to us, a lot of us want to achieve the things we're watching people do, which is great. Inspiration and hype from someone else is fucking awesome. Unfortunately, sometimes some of the people we're watching aren't setting the best examples. That was honestly the best way I could have put that. What I mean by that is the internet allows just about anyone to get famous these days, and all of a sudden the whole world can see one person's videos. If a certain snowboarder ends up with a lot of followers, a lot of people are seeing this person. Even without that, you can just post a random video and it hits the algorithm, and your video is now seen by hundreds of thousands of people. If what someone is posting isn't up to said standard and hundreds of thousands of people see this, that is now what they think they are supposed to do. That's why we're making this video, so people can obtain the knowledge that I believe is important. So when other things happen, they know, okay, you know what? That's maybe not it. Let's say I cab 270 onto a down bar and I land switch. On the next feature, if I do a cab 1 50-50, back 3 out, I've kind of done the same thing. The direction of spin is the same way. Now, same goes for, let's say I do a 50-50, backside 180 out. On the next feature, if I do a switch board slide to regular, I have done the same direction spin. I know it doesn't need to matter. This is not for you then. But if, whatever, okay? To me, personally, it's apparent that we all get good at certain tricks, right? I could name multiple people who could cab 2 through just about any fucking rail on this earth. If you're posting a video where you're doing a cab 2, yep, fucking respect. But then the next trick is a switch blunt same way. Okay, that's kind of like a cab 2, essentially, as far as the setup and what you need to do. You're kind of doing the same thing. And then on the next rail, you do a cab 150 back 3. I kind of just watched you do different variations of the same type of thing. Now, if you were to care about this because it makes your snowboarding look different. It just feels fresh. Now, the reason it's important to practice that on any given day is because in a scenario like a contest, there are certain judges who really give a shit about the mechanics of a trick and or a line. So if you're used to every day in the park just back one, cab one, back one, cab one, front one, switch back one, front one, switch back one, front two, it's going to be difficult to, when you get to a contest, think about that piece, which can be so damn important. Big thing. Whatever direction you spun on the first rail, switch it up on the next one. Really think about your snowboarding as a presentation, because that's what it is. Obviously, when we join a competition or we post videos, like, we're presenting ourselves in some way, shape, or form. And if you're not presenting yourself to the best of your ability, why even? Seriously, I'm gonna say this a bunch throughout this video, but I just don't need anyone saying shit in the comments about, oh, taking this seriously. I really just want the people who want to go far with this to do it right and to hold those values that the people who kind of built snowboarding hold those close to heart as they get older, and so when the younger generation comes after them, they can teach them as well. All right. You know, it's always a bit strange when I have to like set my office up for a video like this. It's like, it's an hour to figure out the lighting on the camera, all the settings, lighting, blah, 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 blah. And that whole hour of trying to set all this stuff up, it almost kind of gets my nerves going. Like, oh no, now you're scared to make this video. I feel good, we're cruising. Welcome back, everyone. Another video. I'm glad to be on YouTube. I'm glad to have all you guys interested, so thanks. All right, number 2. Have some good footage for this one. This is gonna rile up some feathers, and that's okay. Conversation is good. I've kind of covered it in some videos. We've kind of talked about it in a comedic way in Twan's videos. Stop. And I mean this in the most like stern and loving way possible. Stop using your edge to spin onto rails. For some reason, as time has passed, I'm seeing a lot more people use their edge to spin them onto rails. I don't know why this got so damn out of hand, and to any of you taking it personally, I'm sorry, because it seems difficult to deal with. What I'm talking about, for those who may not know, have you ever seen someone try back threes onto rails until the lip is completely deteriorated? Or maybe not even tried back threes until the lip was deteriorated. Maybe they only did the back three twice and the lip... Dude, no, that's nice. That doesn't need to happen. By using a setup S-curve, you create the momentum that you're expecting to get from using your edge. If I'm dropping straight towards a rail, if I'm riding right towards this camera right now, and I just ride straight, and then last second, I use my edge to make this back three happen, what's gonna happen? What do you use your edge for? The answer, turning. If you're trying to use your edge to spin onto a rail, which is straight, you're gonna jump over the rail, all while fucking the lip up. This isn't that difficult to combat. It's really just breaking the cycle you have. I get it. For the last 4 years, you've back threed in a certain way. So yes, relearning it is gonna be hard, but will relearning it the correct way make it easier? I promise you. I see a lot of people who have been back threeing forever, and it's almost a process every time they do it. That's because you're using your edge and you're jumping over, and so then you have to compensate for it. Okay, if I'm jumping a foot over the rail, now I need to take off the lip a foot over to the left. Well, no. Basic S-carve. If I'm riding straight towards the camera, a little before the rail, I'm gonna apply pressure to my toes, and I'm gonna go out this way. Then I'm going to apply pressure to my heels back at the right time. And again, it's a learning process to figure out when you make that switch. You move from your heels to your toes, and the transition from heels to your toes should be that by the time you come off the lip, when you're transferring to your toes, you're actually ending up flat base. You don't ever actually get to the toes. It's more of a momentum. It's a motion. It's an edging motion. Some of you will find that funny. Edging motion. Doing something like this and not bashing your toe edge. This, for some reason, that's what I see a lot. I see a lot of people ride up to the lip and last second they'll just jam their toes in the ground, almost as if you're on a creeper and you're doing a back 3 out. Instead of doing that, if you create this basic S-carve, when you come off of this toe, this heel to this toe, your momentum, you're going heels to toes. Your momentum is gonna start wanting to go that way. It will make it much, much easier. You can see by the time I'm coming off the lip, my board is pretty much flat. Golden rule number 3. This is just like the first one. If practiced on any given day, makes your contest snowboarding, your filming snowboarding, whatever else you're trying to do, much, much easier. If you let this kind of slide on any given day, it becomes harder to think about it when the time comes. If you land switch, stay switch. Doesn't matter if all you do is a switch 50, 180 out or a switchboard slide back to regular. If you land switch, stay switch.
Okay.
There have been plenty of times I have seen it when it mattered the most. It's something that can be changed quickly. Think of just every day you get to the park, do 10 switch 50s. Create this ability to be uncomfortable, so when you're in whatever situation it is, you land switch, you weren't planning on it, you were planning on landing regular, now you're switch, what do? Oh shit, I got switch 50s good. Switch 50, switch back 1, boom. Certain things do matter. I know we're in this crazy time period where you can kind of do your own thing and people fuck with it. That's great. I love that. I'm just saying, let's hold each other accountable when it matters. Let's all get really fucking good. And now go snowboard for me since I can't.